A couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. You guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit pressure on the quarterback.
They're bringing, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Black 24. Black 24.
Give to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
39-yard line. Now, 4th down.
4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense.
Squirrel, squirrel. Acorn. Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Back to throw, it's back. It's complete on the right side.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Here we go. Lion. Dino.
On second down, looking again to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
From the gun. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
It's complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. And he intercepts it. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
They'll line up for a second down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's back. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Wide out in motion. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Dogs!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass. It's Green. Looking for a huge play. Picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Etienne. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to throw, it's Beck. Getting some, and here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Russell. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolute shank. Missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's back. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Looking to throw it again. Flushed out of the pocket. Keeps the play going. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He leaves it with his back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Georgia going up tempo. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Going over the top. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Line gets set, 1st down. Power football with the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 14, Arkansas 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back into the game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game, and they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted, but they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression, and that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. It's complete. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. So now on comes the field goal unit. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Green. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they've got a couple of timeouts, but I don't think there's enough time on the clock to pass on the onside kick. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, and probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Back to pass, it's Beck. Stands in and takes the hit. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to take off. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
The quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive, almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. That's caught. It's Lovett. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Belton. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really come? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing